Hi, this is Ian at Diversified Computers. Today we're going to look at troubleshooting on an iPad, but this would also work for an iPhone or iPod Touch. Before we get going, I'll just go over a couple of the terms that we'll be using. We're going to be looking at the home button, which is the round button at the bottom of the screen, and then also the power button, which if I turn it over is in the upper left-hand corner. Now these things are pretty stable. There's not a lot of maintenance that you need to do on them, but occasionally a customer will bring one into me that has been non-responsive or isn't behaving the way that they think it should be. So there's a couple of little tricks that we can do to get it up and running again. And number one is to look at closing the apps that you have running. You may not know it, but a lot of the apps, even after you close out of them, they're still running in the background. To see all of the apps that are running, we'll double tap the home button. And see, this brings up a list of all of these apps. I've got a few pages of apps that are all running at once, and that can cause things to act a little strange. So to close the apps that are running, I'll just press and hold on one of them until they start wiggling, and I've got that red circle there with a line through it. By tapping that red circle, I'm closing all these apps that are running. So just by doing that, we'll solve a lot of problems on the iPad. The other thing that we can do is many of these iPads have been left running for weeks at a time, and that will cause some issues with them. So what we'll do is we'll press and hold the power button. When you tap the power button, you're really just putting it into sleep mode, but by pressing and holding the power button until I get slide to power off, that's how you actually shut the thing all the way down. And that probably solves 99% of any iPad problems. The one other thing you could do is if we press and hold the power button and the home button at the same time, after a few seconds, this will cause the iPad to reset. It's just like restarting your computer, how that will solve many of your issues. So that's about it. Just try closing the apps that you have running. That will solve a lot of problems. Or just turning the thing all the way off and back on will also solve a lot of problems. Until next time, this is Ian at Diversified Computers.